YouTube, it's Louis here. Hope you're all well. We're looking at Elrond again today on the daily time frame. And again, as we predicted, we pretty much said that with this rejection, we are definitely going to close below the 20 EMA. We had already made the video with this wick, but yeah, we were about up here. But the expectation is with such a big wick, we're going to close below this, and this is a signal of continuation lower. But if you remember in yesterday's update, I was saying going forward, if we see a daily candle close above this wick here on the left, 44.26 cent, if we see it close above that, it's going to be a signal we're going to try. It doesn't mean we will, but it's going to be a signal we're going to try again and fill in this wick. But I think that it will fail to carry on. Well, we'll get some fibs on today, but as we are still below this $45 higher low over here, but also this one fib level where we measured from the low to the top of this push, where you should have retraced to is the golden pocket right here between the 050 and the 0618. I actually redraw these fibs because it doesn't have the golden drawing, so we'll do it again from that low to this high. We can see this golden pocket, and let me get rid of this. We can see this golden pocket over here, and so when you're coming back down retracing, you're meant to hold this as support, because this is a Fibonacci retracement tool. You measure your push to find where you're retracing to for the continuation. However, with the failure of holding support here and falling through it, this flips into resistance and you continue lower back to the one fib level. And we did have an initial bounce over here, but we lost it. And once you lose it and confirm it as resistance, you head to the 1.272. This is your first target and actually will serve as a short-term local bottom, which we're seeing right now. As it serves as a local bottom, that means we need to head to resistance. And because we're only at the first 1.272 level, where is our closest resistance? That one fib level. So the expectation is this holds as resistance. So even if we do break above the 20 EMA, that should be a signal we should head back up to the 55, not the right at the top of the wick, but the 55, wherever that 55 daily EMA lands. However, what would be in the way between here and here? It's already drawn out, $45. So you might have another sort of bull trap along the way. We could see a closure over here and then back under, continue lower. I do believe that this will eventually roll over. You can come as high as here again and still roll over. You would need to catch support here on $45 if you're bullish and take out that 786 and reclaim that 51 to 54, let's just say $55 area. I will get you some new fibs because these fibs that I was just using are for bearish targets, but now we want to see where this could truly come up to. Of course, you're rejecting the 55. That should be where we should be going up to. And you can see that's in line exactly with the 382. And I've been talking about this over my Bitcoin videos, which again, I urge you all to be following. Make sure when you go over to the Bitcoin, you're starting your day off with them. Of course, you'll be able to gauge the market and bring that over to your altcoin analysis. So if you know Bitcoin's bearish, then that's going to bring it will just make your analysis on your alts a lot easier. And so over here, we're seeing that we're running into this 382, and we've been talking in those Bitcoin videos about how you don't have to actually go beyond the 382. You can just retrace to it. You don't have to go deeper. The reason why I have the 618 and the 05 as a golden or orange is because it's the most retraceable level. So most of the time it comes up to there, but it doesn't have to, and we need to find a reason why will it not get up there. So potentially we have daily candle closes exactly on here with another wick, so we could go again up into there, but the expectation is this is an area of supply. So when you run into it, you should get rejected and go down. We've done that once. It doesn't mean that's it, we're 100% going lower. Because of how big this wick is, it could be likely that you fill it in. Do you understand that? Because of how big it is. But what could stop you from doing so is $45, which is our higher low back from over here and this point over here, our old one fib level, the one that gave us targets to the downside. But now we're using separate fibs to tell us where could Elrond be heading up to then get hammered down. Of course, if we're seeing $53 flipped into support, this is not what should happen, as we've had this big push to reaccumulate back up into there to continue lower. If we see it flipped into support, it would be back to 65, which is where the FTX event happened. And yeah, taking that out, flipping it into support, this range high, you'd be heading up to higher price targets around $88 to $100. But understanding this 1 fib level will be a key resistance, and your range low will be this at this point. So you need to hold above that and then break up. So that's pretty much it for today's Elrond update. The upward bullish moves that I just showed you is not the expected moves. The expectation is something like this, where we at the moment are only seeing us pushing into the 382 with a big rejection. There is a chance we try and test those wicks up there again where the 55 is, but at the eventual expectation is a lower low, as we lost this higher low over here. It's a signal we're coming back down to test these lows, and we haven't done so yet. So that's why these wicks at the top over here that we're seeing are clearer signals that we are trying to test these lows and break them. But at first it will hold, so you might get a little bounce, but eventually losing it and continuing to our $30 and potentially all the way down to $20. Thank you guys so much. Like, subscribe and comment, and peace.